Good morning, class 7. Class 7. Today we are going to read chapter number 10, The Life of Colonel Sanders. Before going to start this chapter, let's warm up a little. Today you are going to read about an inspiring personality, the founder of KFC. KFC, the full form is Kentucky Fried Chicken. KFC, you better know about this because it's a food chain. It's a food chain company like McDonald. Colonel Harlan David Sanders. His life story is an inspiration for all. Do you know any inspirational figures who have influenced you to become a better person? Speak about him in the class. Let's start. Colonel Harlan David is known to the world as the founder of the fast food chain called KFC. Here, KFC or Kentucky Fried Chicken, Colonel Harlan David is known as the founder of the KFC. He later became the brand ambassador and a symbol of his company and brand. His name and image are still symbols of the company. That means he became the symbol or brand ambassador of his company, and the company KFC used Colonel Sanders as its symbol, while selling his products. The story of his life is as inspiring as the person himself. Colonel Sanders was born on September 9, 1890 in a four-room house located 5 kilometers east of Henryville, Indiana. Henryville is a place in the Indiana states in USA. He was the oldest of 3 children born to Wilbur David and Margaret Ann Sanders. That means his father's name was Wilbur David and Margaret, and his mother's name was Margaret Ann Sanders. At the age of 5, he lost his father when one summer afternoon in 1895, his father came home with a fever and died later that day. Actually, what happened, at the age of 5, he lost his father. His father came home with a fever, and in that night or evening, his father was died, and he lost his father. In 1903, he dropped out of 7th grade. Later, he stated that it was because of his dislike for algebra. And at his early age, he disliked algebra so much so that he was dropped of 7th grade, in his study career. He enlisted in the United States Army in October 1906 and was honorably discharged in February 1907. Here, enlisted means joined. After school, he joined United States Army in October 1906 and was honorably discharged. Discharge means to allow someone officially to live somewhere. That means chutti. In Hindi, in February 1907, almost 1 year. Sanders held a number of jobs in his early life, such as a farmhand for local farmers, a job of painting horse carriage. Horse carriage means a horse carriage. A conductor, a blacksmith's helper, a job of cleaning out the ash pans of trains, as a steam engine stroker. A stroker means a person whose job is to add fuel to the engine. Stroker. An insurance salesman, a filling station operator, and many other jobs. He had tried many jobs. He had done many jobs in his life. Sanders got a job as a fireman at the age of 17. At 18, he got married to Josephine King Jasper, Alabama. Okay, at the age of 18, he got married to Jasper of Alabama. Alabama is a place of America. Okay, at night, Sanders studied law through correspondence. Okay, Sanders lost his job as a fireman after fighting with a colleague. He studied law through correspondence. Through correspondence means correspondence course are the kind of course one can study it from home or one can study it in his job, in his or her job. Sanders lost his job as a fireman after fighting with a colleague. Colleague means someone who works with him at same designated posts. Okay. After a while, Sanders began to practice law in Little Rock. Little Rock is a place in America which he did for 3 years. His legal career ended after he was involved in a courtroom brawl. Brawl means here to cry or shout loudly. What happened? After a while, after leaving the job of fireman, he began to practice law in Little Rock. Okay, and he did 3 years. He did his job for 3 years, but his legal career was ended when he was involved in a courtroom brawl. In a courtroom brawl means when he shouted very loudly in the courtroom, he was dismissed. Okay, at 19, he became a father of a little girl. Sanders established a ferry boat company in 1920. The ferry business was an instant success, but around 1922, he took a job of a secretary at the Chamber of Commerce in Columbus, Indiana. Okay. After left the job of lawyer, okay, Sanders established a ferry boat company in 1920. The ferry business was instant success. He got the instant success in ferry boat business, but around 1922, he took a job as a secretary at the Chamber of Commerce in Columbus, Indiana. He resigned from this post due to his lack of potential regarding this job. Sanders later cashed in the ferryboat company shares and established a company for manufacturing acetylene. After leaving the job, after withdrawing his business from ferryboat company, he established a new company which was producing acetylene lamps. However, this venture was also failed. Here, venture means new activity, usually in a business. Sanders found work as a salesman in Michelin Tire Company situated in Winchester, Kentucky. He lost his job in 1924, but he met the general manager of Standard Oil of Kentucky, who asked him to run a service station in Nicholasville, which later closed as a result of Great Depression. Here loss in business. Depression means here loss in business. Due to loss in business, okay, his service station, which was given by Standard Oil Company, okay, which was shut down. Okay. Another failure was added to his already messy resume. Messy resume means here messy career. Okay. Still, he decided to be a cook and dishwasher at a small cafe. Shell Oil Company offered Sanders a service station in North Cabin, Kentucky in the year 1913, rent-free in exchange for a certain percentage of sales. Okay, there was a condition with Shell Oil Company. Shell Oil Company offered him a service station. In exchange of it, okay, he would have to do some sales, some percentage of sales. Sender began to serve chicken dishes and other meals such as country ham, a kind of food, steaks, it's also a kind of American food. There, his popularity grew, which got him commission as Kentucky Colonel by the governor of Kentucky. He got success in the food business, and the governor of the Kentucky appointed him as a Kentucky colonel. Okay, he retired at the age of 65. One day, while sitting under a tree, he thought of writing what he would be accomplished had he the chance to start his life all over again. After retirement, he began to think to live in another way or start his life, think to start his life again, new life again. He realized there was so much he didn't done yet. One thing he realized that he could like no else. That was cooking the best chicken anyone had ever tasted. Actually, he wanted to do a cooking business. Okay, he wanted to become a good cook, and serve chicken all over the country. He borrowed $87 to buy a fryer. Fryer, you know, a frying pan. Fryer is a kind of machine which is used to fry chicken, and the ingredients of his recipe. He lived on his unique fried chicken recipe, trying to sell it from door to door to his neighbors in the Kentucky, as well as to license it to restaurants. He was rejected 1009 times. The 1010th restaurant gave him yes moment. In the beginning of his business, chicken business, okay, he got 1009 times. He got rejected 1009 times, but in 1010 times, okay, 10th times he got success. Okay, and from that moment, the KFC, Kentucky Fried Fries, was born. He began selling fried chicken from his own roadside restaurant in North Corbin, Kentucky. Sanders recognized the potential of the restaurant franchising concept. Actually, he wanted to open his outlet or business in other cities, in other places, in the name of KFC. Okay, and the first KFC's franchise opened in Utah in 1952. At 88, at the age of 88, Colonel Sanders became a millionaire, and KFC the second biggest food empire. Actually, at the age of 88, Colonel Sanders became a multi-billionaire with this business, and KFC became the second largest food chain company in the world. Now KFC has over 20,000 outlets. Outlets means shops in 123 countries. Just imagine. Okay. What this much? And the moral of the story is, don't give up on your dreams. It's never too late to dream. Go after your wildest dreams. Believe in the quality of what you do and in yourself, no matter how many times you get rejected. Though you are rejected, don't give up your dreams. Run after your dreams. You will get sure success in your life. This is the moral of the story. Thank you. Have a nice day.